PSA Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3-Letter Man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Y'all see where to follow your boy at. Hit the like button also. I appreciate that. Y'all see the title of this one, man. Let's talk about it, man. We are talking Av and Fonz versus T-Top and Swamp. Sidebar, I saw somebody say on social media that Nome, the acronym for Nome, which we all know is Night of the Main Events, stands for Night for Mentioning Easy. Night for Mentioning Easy. This is crazy that someone would take that. Battle rap is so hilarious that somebody can sat back there and come up with the acronym for Nome. Not a main events. Night for Mentioning Easy. And that's hilarious because now I'm on my third battle that I'm recapping. And every battle, this brother's name was mentioned. Can y'all stop gassing this guy already, please? You don't think his head is that big enough? Y'all gotta chill. I understand there's current events and everything like that, but man, oh man. But let's get into this, man. Av and Swamp, we know Av and Swamp Av and Fonz have teamed up before. They are labeled the punchers in battle rap. And then we had T-Top and Swamp. And I feel like when T-Top and Swamp were announced as a team, the culture was like, wow, they were not expecting that, right? Because here's the thing. I go back to what, 2018 maybe? 2000. I'm so old now. I don't know if it was 16, 17, 18. Around that time there, I did an interview with Av, T-Top, and Swamp. And they were on my show for almost 2 hours. And they were going back and forth. We seen them on Caffeine years ago. We seen T-Top and versus Swamp already battle each other. So to see these two brothers come together is dope for Carolina, number one. And I gotta be honest, I had picked Av and Fonz to win this battle going into this battle. I didn't think the continuity of Swamp and T-Top. I worried about that a little bit, right? Both these brothers have had 2-on-2s in the past. I think Swamp has teamed up with Geechee before. We know Top has teamed up with Briz. We know Top has teamed up with New Jersey Twerk in the past. So, you know, they're used to this 2-on-2 thing, man. But let's get into this, man. Round one, Av and Fonz, basically saying that they don't care, you know, if, you know, we're in the South and y'all might get favored because we're in the South. I don't really think that holds weight because, yeah, Atlanta's the South, but Swamp ain't from the South. You know what I'm saying? Swamp ain't from the South. T-Top is not from the South and everything like that. Some of y'all trying to question T-Top Carolina ties and trying to say he's a New Yorker and stuff like that. Whatever, neither here nor there. One Top, hand-me-down line by Fonz. That was solid. Pull Swamp from the trenches, like smacking Beasley by Fonz. That was solid. The ball head. The bare-faced Villanueva, was it Charlie Villanueva, I believe, he's the ball head line. They talked about Top selling drugs to Mama Love. Blame Top why Briz is not rapping. The inside page line by Av was dope. The gunplay envy line, for the second time I've heard tonight, gunplay envy line. I know Av said that. I know DNA said that in a battle before. So we get current event bars that people are going to throw in their repertoire when they're writing their material, right? Then I thought Fonz messed up a little bit when he brought it back and everything after a dope line. And I know Ab said on 15 Minutes of Fame that he felt that there was gas in the room for T-Top and Swamp. But nonetheless, I thought Av and Fonz, I can say Av and Swamp, Av and Fonz first round, it was solid. Round one, T-Top and Swamp making fun of Swamp's slogan and everything like that. Very strategic the way T-Top and Swamp came out. Swamp got a smack for effing up his name. Swamp and T-Top did a good job in the beginning stages of this round by getting a crowd on their side, right? And The easy to block everybody backed out line by Swamp it was cool. And it's so funny hearing Swamp say they backed out because some people say Swamp backed out of the battle, right? Do this for shits and giggles line by T-Top was cool. Talk about giving the Suns and quantum physics, saying that, I guess, that people say, quantum physics is probably one of the best punchers of all time in battle rap. The whole Suns crew conceded all these other brothers and stuff like that. What's better than a puncher? A shooter. That line was hard. That hit hard right there. They got at Foots and so for his soul. Swamp to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had to pick MVPs of both teams, I would pick Swamp was the MVP of him and T-Top. And Av was the MVP to me of him and Fonz. Right? The Cleveland Av line by Swamp. T-Top, respectfully, King, I'm gonna need you to stay focused though, bro. Because Swamp is focused here in the first round, and here you sniggling and giggling with Av and Fonz, bro. Like, tighten up top. Come on, man. But round one, I have T-Top and Swamp winning round one. Now we go to round two. Now Fonz and Av, they got that Swamp for impersonating T.I. Spit a Sig, Passports line by Av. That was cold. The Bear Justin Fields line by Av was cold also. The Kevin Durant numbers line by Fonz was dope. They talked about the infamous fight at Summer and Loaded, I believe, whatever that was. Miss Hustle, Body with New Choppers by Fonz. That was dope. Then they started talking about T-Top baby moms. And this is what I'm saying, Top. You over here laughing with these dudes, and they about to kill you in the next round about your baby moms. Right? After their round, though, I'm talking about Fonz and Av, you can hear Av saying, this is crazy. I don't know if he felt frustration from the crowd not being receptive to them, almost. That could be a little bit, I don't know if Av went that bag and everything like that. But round two, Swamp and T-Top. Swamp asking the crowd how many of y'all F with gun titles. The landlord, not the only one who gets it in the first and the 15 by T-Top. That was solid. The thing with Top and Swamp, though, compared to Fonz and Av, I felt they looked more comfortable. Yeah, I'm getting at T-Top for laughing and singing and giggling, but they looked very comfortable, right? For two guys that's never battled, that's never teamed up together and everything, right? The 60 on Slauson, Av line by Swamp was dope. T-Top again with all these laughing he's doing. The Av flips from Top and Swamp was solid. The Steve Harvey, Miss America line by T-Top was cold. The Top Shelf, I got better with time by T-Top. That was hard also, man. Gotta be honest, I got T-Top and Swamp 2-0 going into the third. I know, Av, you were like, no, that's not true, and get the F out of here. Av, you my guy. I rock with half heavy and stuff like that. So, Av, this coming from a genuine place. You're my guy and everything. But I did, though. I don't know. Avid Fonz was solid, but I don't know, man. Something was a little off, and I can't put my hand on it, but something was a little bit off with them, just a tad bit, in my opinion, right? Now we go to round three with Av and Fonz. Fonz said, I'm going to kill these by myself, and then he went on a run. Fonz, I'm not going to lie to you. I know some people are chastising Fonz and Av because they were, Fonz rapped for a little bit, then Av came in for a little bit, and then they can't work together and everything like that. I know it's 2-on-2. I got a big issue with it. I have more of an issue with this. If you decide to go on a run by yourself and grab the mic and go solo dolo for a little bit, it got to be landing. And I thought for the most part, Fonz was landing because he's the one that went solo for the beginning portion of the third round. You can even have said, oh, now y'all want to react and everything like that to the crowd. That's dicey though, because is it more like the crowd sleeping, or maybe y'all weren't saying things that the crowd was being receptive to? It's so dicey in battle rap when that plays a part with the crowd. And then for the most part, I don't think a lot of people like Atlanta crowd, respectfully, ATL. You know what I mean? But this was definitely Fonz and Av's best round, in my opinion, man. The sleeve done line by Fonz, that was crazy. And then Av grabbed the mic and then he went on a run. The long care hose line by Av was hard. The Yard Boy don't even let the pest inside. That was cold. Av was catering to Atlanta crowd, cutting all the grass and the snake next to you. Like the page refresh line by Fonz, that was solid. So to me, that the best round for Av and Fonz was when, and some people say this is crazy, but it was the third round because Fonz rapped for a little bit. Like I like when they were rapping, let Fonz get some bars off, the Av get some bars off, and they connect again. Right? Some people say that's not 2-on-2 battle. Okay, fair enough. Now, Swamp and T-Top third round. What part of Cleveland are you from, Fonz? That was all right. The chip fondue line by Swamp was hard. A stumble by Swamp in the third round. This is Swamp and T-Top's lightest round, in my opinion, was the third round. Talked about how Av doing the anemic line. He got that from Averb. The General Pop PC line also was solid. But I gotta be honest, I got Av and Fonz taking round 3. I got this battle 2-1, Swamp and T-Top. Round 1 and round 2, I'll give the Swamp and T-Top. And round 3, I'm giving Av and Fonz. It's your boy 3, 1.